morning. Thank you for joining us. This is just live on Equa Television International, and the crew are ready. Yesterday we started a topic, and we feel it is important for us to continue today. So, the topic yesterday was drama in the cubicle. So I don't know what drama is happening, and then yesterday we discussed a lot, and we feel we should continue today, and then everybody's ready in the house. It's just that there's just one person that is added today. One is minus, so with minus one we added one, but still the same. The same crew. If you are talking to this live, I have engineer Tony J. Nakali. I have Prudence. I have Joy standing always on this the solid rock. Yeah.
I went through a lot. There were a lot of drama yesterday, but no problem. I trust God that today is going to be free of drama.
Free of drama.
Yes, in the cubicle, but on Christ the solid rock I stand always. So,
well, viewer, thank you for joining us. You can do well to connect with us on our social media handle, Facebook, YouTube, so that we'll do this together. It's always interesting, if we do it together. So just glue to your TV and let's know, hear your own view. Engineer Tony.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome.
You call Jemima minus. She's watching. Don't worry, she's watching.
It's not like he's minus.
You guys will settle later. Jemima, that you are minus wherever you are. You settle later.
No, you see, this is
Whatever you say, there's a settling later.
she's your neighbor now. You said she's your neighbor.
yeah, she's my neighbor.
So
Yeah, correct one for that matter.
Don't praise
don't
her
come
already.
and start
You are
covering
settling.
up.
Agreement is agreement. You people are settling.
Surely.
Well, it's good to have you here. Yesterday,
The phone yesterday
Mm.
was amazed by itself.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
People watched the show yesterday, and they had a lot to say.
Mm.
Unfortunately, employers employ people, tell them what they want, and then they leave them there, not caring about how they metamorphose in terms of growth, in terms of evolving.
Mm.
And it's important that when you give on Monday, you replace it on Tuesday.
Mm.
When you work, right?
Mm.
Because
Mm.
whatever you come to do at work should be newer than what you did yesterday.
Yes.
So when you give, okay, what you gave on Monday, is it gone completely? Because like Jesus said, virtue has gone out of me.
Mm.
So it's the same thing. Was it not Jesus that touched a woman and said virtue?
The woman that touched
The woman touched Jesus, and Jesus said, "Who touched me?" And then he said virtue.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like a knowledge filled in a glass cup, and then you took out some for Monday. That glass cup is not full. You need to replace it for Tuesday.
Mm.
So is an offload. It's an offload. When you keep giving without taking in,
Mm.
before long you cease to be relevant, because you are repeating what you gave already, that people know and are working with already.
Mm.
You see, if you're an employer and you employ people, you gave them the terms of reference or the conditions with which they work.
Mm.
You don't leave them there. You make sure that they evolve. You make sure that they grow. You make sure that you talk regularly to people.
Mm.
You talk even when they get tired. You have to keep talking. It's your responsibility. You have to make them understand that you rose through the ranks. And there are certain ways you cannot get things done.
Mm.
There are certain ways you can get things done. And you have to keep, even if they are doing well, you have to keep talking. You have to keep talking. You have to spend time addressing things that are wrong.
Mm.
You spend time addressing things that are right as well. Because you can't keep doing the right things and not grow and be relaxed that everybody is doing the right thing. No, you have to break even. You have to break even. What is the vision of your organization? Some people are working with you, they don't even know what the bank stands for. They don't even know what the hospital. Hospitals are not created just to heal people. No, they are specialized in something. Like what they stand for. If you go to John Kwanu, Bingham University Teaching Hospital, popularly known as John Kwanu, there are people who travel all the way. Are there no hospitals where they are? There are. But they are coming not for the medication, but what the hospital stands for. There are many people in Redeem Christian Church of God, but some people say, no, I prefer deeper life. Why? Because of what they stand for. There are so many people in an environment where it's dominated by cooking church or the cooking family, but they said, no, I want what EQUA stands for, or I want what cooking stands for. Then I go there. So you see, an organization stands for something. Before you start looking for where to work, find out what is the vision of the place where I'm applying to work. Is their vision to save 10 million souls in how many years? Okay, once I get there, how many souls will I help them get? That's a plan.
You start from how many do I
Yes,
have
yes,
before
yes,
even joining
yes,
them.
yes, of course.
So
if you have
that
not made up your mind to contribute to their vision, there's no reason why you should be there. Because you are going to be a liability to them. You will drag that organization backward. So when we're talking about drama in the cubicles, what are these cubicles? They are offices. Why is an accountant always with the producer? Why is the producer always with the gate man? Why is the gate man always with the GM? You can see the zigzag. There is no connection between these offices. If we expect that, of course, because we work in the same place, once in a while there will be reasons why you need to get there. Right?
Yes.
But check it. If you are religiously found there, it has become a problem.
Is wrong.
Even if we don't find out, the day you fight, we will find out. I was telling you how that someone told me that some people fought. You see, when you keep companies that are unhealthy for you, you will fight. It's just a matter of time you will fight. All the things that you have said about people at your workplace, one day the other person will get tired, he will expose it. So if you are wise now, you are watching or you are listening or you are hearing, whichever one, be wise to know that if you are keeping it with people, keep it neutral. What makes you think that you will live that way with that person forever? No, there will be something. Of course.
That's a good question.
Either somebody joins the organization and you love the person more than the other person and you start talking. Or the people will leave the same bank and start working in a different bank, and then they start talking to the people in the previous bank to let them know how evil you used to be. Do you know that money that was missing, she took it? I just covered for her. Do you know that cup that was broken, she broke it? I just covered for her. That's the drama you find in cubicles. And people are not intentional about their growth, Joyce. People are not intentional about their growth. Yesterday we talked about global best practices. What is practicable in your organization now or in your industry now? What is it? You know, for some people it's equipment. For some people it's a gift. For some people it's the knowledge. But for people like us, it's the ideas. Because you can have all of these things, they don't give you money. As a matter of fact, I was saying to someone somewhere, okay, I think it was on today's live, that I told, I can't remember, I just told someone. He stopped me on the road and I said, press. He said it's sanitation. I said, you can't stop me. I'm a pressman. I have to go. And then he said, no, you can't tell me that. The other policeman came and said, show us your ID card. And I did. He said, Church TV. I said, Oga Park. Then I said, no, sir, you can't say that. So what if he's the press man of the president? What would you say? Or the governor? What would you say? He said, now then be pressed now. He said, you not TV. I said, okay, if I'm in church, did I go to a church university to study this, or it was a university, the same university, the same courses, the same everything that I took? Is it the same one that the one working with the president? We took the same thing. I just chose to work in a church. He chose to be with the government. The guy said, no, you can't pass until I think 11 or 10 or so. So I picked my phone and I called a CSO. I told him, I said, look at the people that you people put on the road to embarrass people and to disgrace their own profession. Does he not know? Okay, what is he doing here when there is sanitation? Why is he not at home? He said, Oga Tony, you are always hot. I said, yes. People must be responsible. They must know why they are there. You are wearing uniform. Do you know why they gave you the uniform? They say to serve and protect with integrity. The man, the CSO now said I should give him the phone. I said, no, he does not deserve to talk using my phone. So call the person that is in charge of this jurisdiction and ask him who did he put in this particular place. Later, the guy, Oga, you didn't identify yourself. I said, the ID card I gave you is the only means of identification. That you didn't tell us you know big men. So what kind of training do people receive? Do you understand my point? What kind of training do people receive? With these few words of mine.
So knowing big men is another
form of identification.
Okay.
Wow.
So when he stopped me, I would have just said, I know the IG. I know the commandant of the Haba.
The normal word is always, do you know who I am? You know when you say that, so people are so in a hurry to just pass because they are scared of what will happen. But
that even if he lets me pass, that another people will stop me. I say, Oga, the people that are in front, they might be more educated than you. Why would you do that? There are people that are on essential. So that means if an ambulance comes, you stop the ambulance because there is sanitation. Let's not pick a particular relevance and attach to a particular job and remove relevance from this job and attach it somewhere else. It doesn't make sense at all.
I like the fact that like from yesterday, the conversation has actually been heated, and we looked at how that employees just neglect their primary responsibility and engage in different forms of drama in their cubicle, in their offices. But more importantly, I think the employers also have a responsibility to play. Some of the dramas you see taking place in the cubicle, I think the workforce or the environment permits it. I know that people will be people no matter the standards, the principles you set. But if there are no evaluations or some forms of supervision and then methods to punish like some of these actions, then abuse is just inevitable. Like think about a world without law. Everybody just does what he wants to do because of course nothing will happen. So you find out that today in certain organizations, there are organizations that people go to, you dare not do certain things. Like it's a no. Think about it. I go to a bank and you see the people at the counter gisting and then customers are seated. You cannot even do that. So what is obtainable in that profession? Do you know there are organizations that people work, they don't even know what the vision, like you said earlier on. They don't know. They don't know the vision, they don't know the mission of that, they don't know what the organization even stands for. So they are just there, let me just do what I will do and just go. That's why certain people
you are there to contribute nothing.
Yes, that's why the person will say, me, I will do what I can do and then just go, because he doesn't understand or she doesn't understand the way the way the organization is actually moving. And that's why the person, let me just do what I can do and just go. But you see, what I'm saying, the employers also have a responsibility to play to either reduce this drama, to a large extent reduce the drama, because sometimes, like I said, you can't stop people from being people. No matter what you do, they will do, but they will do what they want to do. But to a large extent, the employers can reduce some of the dramas that is taking place. What are the laws in the organization? What are the punishments applicable when you break this law or when you break that law? Sometimes you find out rumors are spreading very quick and fast in an organization or a workplace. Why? Because information is not even available. Okay, today is Tuesday, today is Wednesday, tomorrow is this and that. Okay, and then people are, so what are we going to do? We are in a television station. Okay, it's ideal that the program should run on, but you are at work, you don't know if you are going to do this or if you're going to. So you see, people begin to go and meet the security man to ask, I think you are closer to the GM. So do you think we are going to do this? Or you find that the security man going to tell the person that's supposed to be on the show that I think there will be this, but I did not tell you. So you see, it breeds some of these dramas that is taking place. Sometimes I tell people, okay, you just ask people certain questions. They say, oh, it's because I didn't do this because this is out of place. But you should have communicated it. That's what the profession, that's ethics. That, okay, I'm supposed to do this, but it's unavailable at this time. You let the people that are involved directly, oh, sorry, this is unavailable at the moment. Sometimes even when you try to make calls and then you don't have airtime, the white lady will tell you can't, your call credit is low, and like that to let you know that you're supposed to do something. You're supposed to add up your airtime or just buy airtime and all of that. So in a work environment, for me, I think largely to reduce some of the drama that is taking place, the employers have a role to play. I was in a gathering where it was more like a general meeting that was holding, and people were bitter about certain things that I was privileged to know the information. So when I heard their complaint, virtually 90% of the people in the gathering were complaining is about a charge or a percentage that is being sent to the bigger body, and we're complaining. Compared to other organizations, I think this particular organization pay less, but the people are not well informed about how the system work or how the system operates. So everybody is just expressing his bitterness, is just expressing his anger. Let's go against the policy of the organization. Must we follow this policy? These people are just up there and just extorting or exploiting us. Why not? Let's just disregard the principle that they set and just do this as a smaller body in the bigger organization. And for me, that very day, I cannot say, oh, who sent me to come and represent any bigger body? But in my mind, I was like, I think what is missing here is that the people are not well informed. There's no orientation. They don't know how these things work. And because the person at the helm of affairs, as far as the smaller body is concerned, because it doesn't favor him or her, they wouldn't want to dish out this information on how it works. So you see, the bigger body has a responsibility to go around and orientate or tell the people that are at the lower level, this is what is obtainable. But when you don't do that, people want to just disregard process and just do what they want. So it's important that when people are employed, people should know what is obtainable. What are the do's? What are the don'ts? Like from the onset, so that you don't get to destroy certain things or allow certain things grow before you try to correct them. At that point, maybe damages must have been done. There are words that have been spoken that cannot be withdrawn. It has already gone out there. So if you can clearly state, for the love of your organization, I think that's what most private entities do. They won't even tolerate certain, there are dramas they cannot even tolerate. You just go, you do this, you just lose your job. Someone was sharing the story of, I think it was in a bank, where they just tried it. There's what they call integrity test. You will not be told that this will happen to you, but it's part of their policies that at this point or at that point they are going to try this newly employed staff. It's going to be an integrity test, but the person doesn't know, and so they sent a customer to deposit a certain amount of money, but the money was over. I think it was supposed to be 10,000, but he gave 14,000. So ideally, after writing down, depositing 10,000, and then I gave 14,000. After counting, you should be like, oh, there's an addition of 4,000. This is your money and all of that. But the person didn't say anything, and then he just locked up and did and later on, he went into the toilet, I think, and then to just try to hide the money and all, and he was approached and asked, this money that was given, do you have, from all your settlement, do you have any extra? Or he said there was nothing. He checked and he said there was nothing. You are very sure you said there's nothing. Well, it was actually captured, and unfortunately for him, he lost the job because of 4,000 naira. So you see, there are organizations that, because of how they have invested, there are certain things that they won't just allow to just go. But people should be aware of the do's and the don'ts. If they are aware of it, and if you cross this boundary, this is the punishment attached to it. I think it's going to save some of the dramas that is taking place or is happening in our organization.
You just change, for me, you just change the direction of the show. And I'm grateful that you brought that point. You see, when people fail to care about why a place exists, and the people who own the place allow that, before long, that place will vanish. It might have physical presence, but it's not existing anymore. Have you seen departments that are just existing, but they are not living within organizations? So many departments are existing, but they are not living. Certain departments are living, they are not existing. I would rather that my department lives than to exist. Now, to live is to be in full possession of the reason why you exist. That's both for the people patronizing and you that is being patronized. If you just exist, you are like a building that has no furniture, nothing for people to walk into that building and get. So the people will always pass. Always pass. Always pass. You are there, but nobody's knocking at the gate. Nobody's, because there are webs, there are everything. But you are existing. One thing that you said, it's found in every facet, especially of the Nigerian sectors. Go to the church and see. You start a branch, and then you send a pastor there, and the pastor is saying, you have 1,000 members, me I'm struggling with 42 members, and you are telling me what to do. You come and do it now. But you can't say it in the presence of the pastor that sent you. You have an organization. That organization is bodily. That organization has a body, is a body. And it has rules, set standards that you should follow. And you came looking like someone taking a haircut. You just sat when they were telling you this is what you are going to be doing. You are like, yes, sir, yes, sir. If you ask them, they know about my integrity. You have started bragging. And now they give you the office. You have become more powerful than the people that employed you. You decide what to do. Joy said something. Who are they to tell me what to do? Who are your employers to tell you what to do? Look at the Nigerian police force. We don't know who is deceiving us. Is it them or their bosses at the top? They still take bribe. But their bosses always say, in fact, we have it on the checkpoints. Do not give bribes. Do not bribe any officer. It's written in Hausa, it's written in English. If you miss one, you won't miss the other one. But they're like, senior man, anything for your boys, weekend don't come. Oh. I don't like that thing. Even if just be nice to me as an officer. Even if I intend to give you a gift, because you are not working in line with the policies of our dear country, I don't want to give you anything. There was a time I told one, I said, I'll be back today. And I will not be back. And he said, senior man, till you show we day here, I will not forget us. But I remembered I will not be back. I reversed. I told him I'm not coming back. Why will I lie? I reversed. I told him, I said, I'm not coming back. Why will I lie over this thing? When I pass, I say, God, forgive me. Sometimes they just make you say things just because you want to move. Look at people. Government will do a road. This when you talk about job, when you talk about work, when you talk about business, anything that gives you income, do it well. Do it right. Government will build roads. That is where Nigerians find joy in trading. Go and check the roads, even in the FCT. sometimes people kill more than half. Why are these law enforcement officers on the clock? I don't know why. Law enforcement should be 247. Law enforcement should be 247. You see, if you travel as much as I do in this country, there are people who carry things beyond, like 2 times the size of the vehicle. You see it on social media now. You see how they load vehicles with stuff. You know what? They have a time that they ply the road because police have closed. Road safety have closed. VIO have closed. They closed 3:30 Abi, or 4 or something.
4.
Why would I not see VIO on the road at night at 2 a.m.? Why would I not see road safety on the road at 2 a.m.? What are you doing in the afternoon? Targeting when people are going to work? Do you understand the point? Police, if you see police at a checkpoint in Nigeria, they are doing their work. I mean, they curb crime and all that. But the reason why these checkpoints are mounted, in most cases, they are extortions. They just want to extort. Because they say, park, do that. When they see you with a hair that looks, so they say, you have something you are hiding. I mean, we should be better in our practices at various callings of our endeavors. We should be better at things that we do than what we are doing now. This country is dying every day, and everybody is blaming government. What is your own responsibility as a human being? Your workplace, you have not done the right thing. You want to go guard the top to do the right thing.
You know what? Why we always have this issue is because we approach everything with a very nonchalant attitude. We don't really care, and I find it in like almost everywhere. A keke person, a keke driver, a tricycle driver. We call it keke in this part of the world. A tricycle driver would adamantly tell you, I don't have change, and fold his arms and sit down inside his cab. Go and look for your change.
It's like he has never seen people walking away in his life.
that's one attitude, one being nonchalant. You walk into a store and the girl at the counter tells you whatever she wishes to tell you. Brother, I don't have change. If you don't have change, just go. You can keep the.
I was giving sweet one time in place of change. He didn't ask me. My change was, I think, 15 naira. She just packed sweet and said, take. I said, that's your change. I said, this is not money. I gave you money. If I walked in here with rice and tell you I want to carry stew, will you give me? No, so give me change.
And that is the same attitude.
All these bougie girls.
This very attitude and how we're explaining it is the same attitude that the government tends to govern us at some point, because
and we complain.
Yes, and we complain. But then again, we are still the people that are voting these people into with very mediocre mindsets. Yet we have the same kind of mindset, and everybody is just doing things the way they want to, and they expect the country to function right, and they expect things to go well with them. In fact, the fact that you approach whatever work you're doing with nonchalance, with negligence, is already calling on poverty for yourself. And I'm not talking as a prosperity preacher or anything, but this is the
Even
honest
if you
truth.
do, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, this is the honest truth. If you're doing something and you're doing it half-heartedly, then the result will always be half-hearted. It's with the measure that you give that it will be measured to you. So if you're doing something with grumbling in your heart, even the Bible says it's next to nothing. You have no reward at the end of the day. So when you want to work, it's important that you put your heart to it. If you're able to put your heart to do what you're doing, if you're able to put your heart to govern properly, if you're able to put your heart to police properly, if you're able to put your heart to be a presenter properly, whatever you put your hand to do, if you're able to do it properly, then that's when you get the reward for it. And the reward might not even be substance or money, but it could be just fulfillment
Satisfaction, yeah.
and satisfaction. That's reward enough.
I have a question. You know what? While we're talking about the drama in the cubicle and then tying it to the offices and all, a lot of times you see people bring out issues from the home. Like you leave the home, you're coming to work, and then probably you have a fight with your partner or somebody gets you angry on your way, and then you come to the office, you're angry all through that. At the end of the day, maybe your responsibility you don't end up doing, or anybody that just cross your path at work, you just want to vent on the person. Like these constitute some of the dramas that we
Yes.
have. I remember an incident where a colleague one time said that sometimes people just think I'm angry with you, but it's not. It has nothing to do with the office. Like, so I was thinking to myself, and I was wondering, okay, if it has nothing to do with the office,
Why bring it here?
so why would, because the face you put up makes people not want to come to you even when it's official. You, the way you respond to people, it's harsh,
I know the
And-
colleague.
and then it has nothing to do with
I said
work.
I know the
Oh
colleague.
wow. So and then it has nothing to do with, so how do you draw
So
the
don't
line?
you care about what I know?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So
Call his name now. After you like this, he's solo. Call his name.
how
Because
do
you told me in my
I
office.
did not tell you.
You didn't told
If
me.
after the show,
You
someone-
didn't told me.
I did not tell you.
What kind of
Someone-
English is that? Told is past
I
tense.
did not tell you.
I did not told you. That's why you should say. You are speaking bad English on TV.
I don't want somebody from our to come and hold me and I didn't.
Oh, you see, she finally said who.
I did not say anything.
She
So-
came to my office that Solo is frowning for no reason. And somebody is frowning. Now, when they ask the person, I say, who is the person? She says, I would rather not tell. I say, leave my office. She now says, Solomon.
Hi.
So
you
you-
believe that?
So you
Me and you, who will he believe?
will be
No, wait. I said that.
and you come and you be laughing with
You see,
me.
so
Off,
you believe
off that music.
Eh? You be laughing with me.
Off that music.
You will tell me see top tea, see sugar. So just to okay, now I get the gist. No problem.
So
Okay.
I will
You're
respond to you
fighting with
after
who you
the
are
show.
sharing top tea.
Don't mind him. He's even say I'm giving him this and that. Just mark this day. That will be the last day.
Top tea, if you are watching, sponsor today's live. Oh.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Sam Solomon have promoted the brand. So how can people manage that? And then how can you draw the line? Like you're coming to work, you're coming to the office, bringing what happened on the way. Like how can you separate it? This is life, and sometimes it's emotions. And how do you balance that to avoid drama?
Okay, Solo wants to say something. Let him say it first.
Okay.
Since you have been accused of not
So that it
happily
would
smiling.
so that it would not turn to fight. Okay. That's the tension.
Okay, there's tension. I should.
There's tension.
Joyce, how can you be happy with the way you are feeling at the expense of how others feel? You can't come to work giving people a particular face and you are happy carrying that face. You don't care about the rest of the people.
And for example, you head an organization
You
and
head-
people should take
Do
responsibility.
you get what I'm saying? There are people that they cannot be approached. Even though there are some offices that not everybody should approach, should be able to be access. If you have people that are heading you, you should reach out to them. So you decongest the office of the senior man. Now, what is wrong with you as a leader? Why do they call you a leader? Your ability to deal with issues. You are matured in that. So when you are moody and you come to work and people start feeling, and you know, especially when you left a day before, maybe with some fracas with some people, they would think that you have brought the same issue back. Today. And they will gather and say, "Toh, HOP is not happy." She's also frowning, you know, but she frowns on her desk. HOP is not happy. What should we do? No, me, I'm not going. No. before she go and tell you, know how she doesn't know how to talk because she's always pretending when she's on today's life. She's not a nice person. She doesn't know how to. I'm telling you what people are saying about you. Like,
Noted.
she's not a nice person. He said, Prudence, are you serious?
She can
That's
speak
how she is.
Venom.
Sorry, I've called the name of one of the
Like-
people.
Oh wow.
So
I'm sitting next to.
I'll be like, you see, Martha, go on. He say, Martha, are you serious? No,
Mm.
I'm not a friend to her. This is how she's. But of a truth, people will start avoiding you, and it will start affecting work. When people are supposed to come to you for instruction on something that grows an organization, but you gave a face that says, look, I'm getting between you and me. I am inaccessible. You cannot access me. Work will suffer. What do people care? They wait once it's 12, they go and eat and come back. Once it's 4 or 5 or 6, as the case may be, they pick their bags and go. You are the one that will explain to the person that gave you that position how come this didn't happen. So you have to go back and relate with the people.
True.
Me personally, if you like, remove your face and put stone there. I will approach you with what is taking me to your place. I'll tell you what is on my mind and leave. Record has it that I told you what should be done.
I think some people do that deliberately, because there's a problem where they are coming from.
That's how their faces.
No,
it's
no,
not that.
some they will tell you it's a defense mechanism. That let me just create this wall
How
by
long?
just seeing.
How long will you keep looking sad just to earn respect from people that don't? Respect doesn't even matter whether it comes from or not. You see the point? It doesn't
yes.
matter. Solo, there are people
Hmm.
at work now. Tell me, who will disrespect you and it will matter? Who? Let's say the governor of this state is angry with me. That's the only thing that will matter. I will call people, please. You see, he's not picking my call. He's not doing it. Please help me. Help me. Now I can't meet him. Now I can't. I'm even afraid. He might order my arrest. He might. Please help me. Oga, these are the kind of people you should beg. But when some people, you don't even know what you have done. People just start frowning. Why don't you like this Solo? I don't like his shoe. What has his shoe got to do with him? Solo, you bought a new shoe. I just realized. Are we working in the same place? Every day you have new shoes. Shoes every day. You are just, please, the camera should focus on these sneakers. Let's know that Ekwa is trying on Ekwa TV staff. Thank you.
We appreciate God.
But you see, that's true. That's true. Why should it bother you that somebody is feeling uncomfortable? Because this is who you are. Joyce, in the same organization where you work, the same salary. Do you know some people don't even look good like you do. But they earn the same salary. They do the same. You look happy. In fact, some people that are paid less, they look happier than some people that are paid much. So, if you are watching this, it's not all the Englishes that you be copying. Of a truth, disregard people who make you angry for no reason. Because it's no reason. As far as you have not come to me to say this is what I have done, you are wasting anger for nothing.
And I think people should apply emotional intelligence at work. Like if you prioritize emotional intelligence, it's going to save you being entangled in a lot of drama. Like there are some things that will be signaled to you. You do not need them to be written on the wall. When you come to work, just take up your responsibility and do it to the latter. Just make sure you're responsible to the organization as well. What is required of me? There are things that people say even in an organization where they work, and it's apparently working against them. Because think about it, that you work in a place that you get paid, but you don't speak well of the place. How do you expect people out to patronize the place? That's why earlier on you were talking about sooner or later, like the organization is just existing, and you just hear that this place have gone extinct.
Mm.
Why? Because you are working the place, you do not even know about the place. Then how do you tell others about the place? Because
True.
last week we talked about being vocal about your craft.
Craft.
You are not proud of your craft. You are not passionate about your craft. You do not know what is obtainable out there. You are just doing your thing because as far as you're concerned, nobody can tell you anything. Sooner or later, you might not even be aware that it's already crumbling. You're just nowhere to be found. So it's very important that people are responsible and they apply emotional intelligence at work. Sometimes, life happen and you don't, life will not come and sit and discuss with you that, see, as you're going to work today, I will make sure that somebody just hit you or somebody delays you or somebody makes you angry or someone says something to you. But it happens. But when it happens, you should be able to know that, okay, it happened out there. I shouldn't hold it and bring it to work that even affects how I talk with Prudence. That in the morning as I'm entering the office, I say, oh, Joyce, good morning. And what's good about the morning? That's how some people approach certain people at work. The moment they just greet you, the next thing is venom. So there are people that from the house, they will say today, I will make sure, they will say, like I will spoil her mind. I will spoil his mind. This person does not know me. So this is the attitude that people go to work.
I will
But the
make
drama,
life unbearable.
this kind of drama that people put out, when you say whatever words you said, I don't know how to speak that language. What did you say again?
Bata Matare.
Zeta something like that. When people tell you that you that is at the receiving end, how is your mind conditioned?
Yeah.
You have to be
Very
intentional about
important.
your day.
Mm-hmm.
When you are leaving the house, you be open-minded. They are going to throw javelins at me. They are going to throw everything at me. But I have a protective heart. I'm going to chest it out and I'll move on. You must be deliberate. You must be deliberate because see, not even at work, the bus conductor is going to you understand? The bus conductor is going to be the first person. The fuel attendant, the pump attendant at the gas station is another person. The what did you say you used to ride? Tricycle. What you call it?
Kiki.
Keke. The keke. The KK, right? The KK guy. Because all of these things, they are all tests for growth. Your ability to deal with all of these things, because these things are every day. They will not stop. As long as the earth remains, there are people that will make you angry. It is your responsibility to grow yourself above what they do to you. In those days, you find out that as you were growing up, you were responding to everything. Then the more you grow, you see less need to respond. One day, there will be no need to respond. Except if it's an officially written document, then you need to respond. If you want to make me angry as a bus conductor, put it in writing and address it to me. Then that means I need to reply. If not, I should not waste my energy. I give you money, you give me my change back. You don't have it. Give me my money tomorrow when we meet, I pay you.
And you should just understand that you're responsible for your happiness. You know why certain people are always angry when they're at work or they're not happy?
For people.
Some people are hoping that the organization will make them happy. And that's people say, oh, no joy. Like you expect that the organization will make you happy. Your colleagues will make you happy. You shouldn't. Yes. Don't think that your organization will make you happy. It was yesterday in person we were talking about how that people should not expect reward. People should not expect it. Just do what you're expected to. And don't say, oh, I've been doing this, nobody applaud me. It's very it's important that people are motivated, like employees are motivated.
But if it doesn't come.
So, but just have an open mind. And that's why I talked about the emotional intelligence. Like, do what is expected of you. Don't expect reward. Don't expect award. Don't expect public recognition or patting on the back. When it comes, good. But just keep pushing, keep building, keep being better. When some of these dirts are thrown at you, like after spending, like even taking work that you should do in the office home to do, and then I come the next day and look at what they are telling me, and then the person is like, it's not their fault.
Joyce, in everything a worker does, he has a reward. Most of the time, we just have a picture of how the reward should
You
come.
expect a certain.
That is just it. We have a picture. We want an envelope. We want a write-up. We want a post on the office WhatsApp group.
A frame.
We want a frame to say a staff of the month and all of that. And most of the time, if you go, these things are deceptive. All these staff of the month putting picture and all that, they just count how many are you. 12 of you in the office. Good. One staff per month. It's not
There
by
are
what
certain
you do.
people that throughout the year they are the staff of the year.
Yes, there are certain things. Sometimes they forget to even change the portrait, so they just leave it there. You have to be responsible. You have a reward. The reward is that your knowledge has increased. You don't know. Have a gauge of measuring that knowledge. You see, if you took work home and you did the work at home and you come back, you have a reward. You just became more responsible. It's a reward. Who wants to be more irresponsible in life? It's not a reward, it's a deward. When they what's the opposite of reward? English mistress. Deward, please understand it there. You see, you are rewarded for everything you do, for every step you take. You don't have to wait for people to be around to show your expertise so that they will applaud you. No. In fact, the Bible says that you have received your reward here.
If you're waiting for applause,
You understand? You have to keep working. Keep getting this knowledge. Keep working. God might be saying that I have a job that will liberate this guy and his generation for the rest of his life, but in the next 20 years. And the 19th year, you are giving up. You know, if I start telling people think I'm bragging. No. I have written some of the most brilliant proposals in this life. It's now I'm realizing that God was the one that said no. And then there was nothing wrong with me or my writing or anything that I proposed. No. There is a time and a season appointed for everything under the earth. Do you know that scripture? Ecclesiastes. If you don't know that scripture, you'll see. Why do you think everything you do must give you the kind of result you are looking for? Did I not learn from the proposals that did not pass? Did I not learn anything? The ones that passed, what did I learn from? As a matter of fact, honor the ones that did not pass more than the ones that passed, because they are the ones with much more lessons than the one you are enjoying. So if you have written a proposal, it's not accepted. God is saying, let me see his level of persistence. Even at that work, let me see. I've seen people who have traded excellence for sound health. Haven't you seen people that ordinarily they are in and out of hospital, but they have given their all to work, and God is seeing the consistency. I mean, you see, I always say something. A pastor told me to stop saying that. I say, sir, I will not. I say, the day that in my absence the gospel will suffer, because I know what I contribute to the gospel. So I give God reasons to keep me healthy and alive. I say, God, I know what I do for the kingdom. If you take me now, or if anything happens to me, your work will suffer. I'm not reminding you because you forget. No, but I'm just reaffirming it. And so many people just say, God, leave us alive. Oh. One comedian say, you are praying for long life and prosperity. He said, do you have money to eat? You are praying for long life. Do you have money to buy food? You know. So I just want people to understand that God did not put you on his earth for no reason. You are on his earth, walking on his earth, drinking his water, breathing his air, living on his world, and then he's gaining nothing from you in return. Meet Christians. Yes, he's gaining nothing from you in return. Meet Christians. When you meet people, ask them, last year, how many souls did you win? You'll find out that there's none, yet they are the ones oppressing other Christians. You find fulfillment as a Christian, first of all, by the number of souls you have won. There are people that in their whole life, they have not won 100 souls to God in their whole lives.
And I think as we approach,
Is it about soul winning?
yeah,
We are talking about soul
Yes.
winning. We are talking
when
about
you
soul
are
winning.
responsible with your work, you win soul.
How many? Okay. How many nairas do you have in your bank? Some people have more money than the souls they have won.
I think additionally, people ought to be kind and not nice with work, because I've seen people in their bid to be nice, they became irresponsible. Now you work as a team, and because you're trying to be nice to cover up for certain people that maybe are not responsible about the responsibility that you know will make the work suffer, everything spoils. So you have to learn the difference of being nice and being kind. Be it as a leader, employer, or employee. All you need to do is to be kind. If you're kind, you will know that you will have to take responsibility for what you are employed to do.
Amazing.
A lady was sharing how that she employed a young lady into her business, and she found out that she lost about 200,000 to 300,000. I think the girl was just withdrawing 1,000 this and then just spending, and she wanted to send her away, but that she pitied the lady, and she decided, okay, just stay while I withdraw, I get back my money from your salary. Like, she's going to be taking certain percentage. And unknowingly, that's the lady's character. She found out that in some few weeks time, the lady she lost over 100,000 again. And so she was like, she was just feeling bad that if she just dismissed the lady, like, where would she get something else to do and all of that. So you see, at the end of the day, the business will suffer. So there are people that approach work with the mindset of, let's just do this. You're just being wicked when you expose somebody that is doing something that is not good. You're just being wicked when you caution somebody about the wrong thing. You're just being wicked when you do certain things. So what you need to do is for you to be kind. When you are kind, you are responsible. In being nice, you might let things just go wrong. So as we approach work, as we work in our different cubicles, let's understand that kindness should be the watchword and not niceness.
You see, in closing, this is my final. Believe me, I'd like to say this finally. And when I say it, I'll be quiet for the rest
For
of
how
the
many minutes?
30 minutes that is left. If you work at a gas station, the person that employed you is not your employer. If you work at a salon, the person that employed you is not your employer. If you work as a driver, the person who gave you the car to bring money is not your employer. Even if they are your employer, they are not the ones paying you. The people who come to buy that gas, because on his own, the employer, he does not have money to pay this much workers on his own. You must get that into your head. The person that employed you is not the person paying you. He's not the one paying you. As a taxi driver, as a hairdresser, as a restaurant worker, waitress, waiter, whatever you are, the people who come there to eat, the people who come to buy gas, the people who enter that cab, they are the ones paying you, not the person who gave you the car, not the woman that owns the restaurant, not the owner of the gas station. Because in the absence of the customers, you are jobless. They are the ones with the money that you'll be paid from. So choose who you are responsible to. Frowning at these customers and showing utmost loyalty to the person who gave you an employment letter. There must be, disregarding the people who pay you, there must be a balance in this thing. So wherever you work, learn. Even if you work in a TV station, the people who watch and patronize the TV stations are the one paying you. They are your employers. Just like you go abroad, they tell you, They tell the policeman, I am your employer, because it's taxpayers' money. It's the same in Nigeria. It's what we generate as a country that they pay these people. So who is employing who? You need to understand that, and you need to know how to accord respect. Thank you very much for having me on today's live. My name is Tony J. Nakali. Joyce Jakada, Prudence, did this with Solomon Sambo Sabe. We are grateful for your time.
Thank you.
End the show, because before they will bring flag.
Already Martha is looking at
She's
me
not
with
at work today.
what one kind eye like that.
But I feel about 5 minutes to when I come on the show. She's not online. She's not here today.
Well, powerful contributions here. You know, I learned a lot from all our angles. You know, and I know that people that are watching, like you said, they are the ones keeping us here. And then we always say thank you, because they always invest their time, you know, with us, you know, sitting down and then watching us, picking, writing notes, and then we are grateful. Without you, we wouldn't have been here. Prudence, Joyce, Engineer Tony, thank you so much. And for the Equa Executive, honestly, we are grateful for giving us this platform. We pray that you will continue to support us. Honestly, you will continue to support us. We need your support from the top, and then so that we'll continue to do what we are doing. We'll see you tomorrow, the same time, same station. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.